All right, everybody, so today I want to talk about this book right here. I was going to review it shirtless and in aviators, but my wife talked me out of it. But in the spirit of Matthew McConaughey, all right. Okay, guys, so today we're talking about Greenlights by Matthew McConaughey. It's his most recent memoir. I'm a little tardy to the party on this one. This came out in 2020, and I remember all the press it was getting and attention, and it was worth most of it, I would say. I mean, I love Matthew McConaughey. He's great, and I think most everybody finds him likable. There are a few elements to this book that kind of made me feel like I was reading a 14-year-old girl's diary. It kind of has that scrap art quality to it. It was good. I mean, I think Matthew McConaughey does definitely have some substance to him. He's not really like a rigorous intellectual or anything like that. But, he's got sort of these pithy insights that are really great. And something that I respect about him a lot, he's a manifester. He's really tuned into that, a little bit new agey, granted, but tied into that life is what you make of it, and we become what we think about, which of course there's a lot to be said for that. I've been a big proponent of that throughout my life. Of course it does go to the dark side sometimes, which I've cautioned against, which is some like sort of quantum mysticism and pseudoscience, and on the more psychological end, toxic positivity. But I think if you can navigate that a little bit, I would rather stay closer to that end of things than the nihilistic end of things, which is where a lot of people end up going. He's a very positive person. Doesn't strike me as too terribly new agey, although there is a little bit of that. He's just got sort of this understated Kalil Gibran quality to him that I've always really admired. It is kind of neat. I didn't realize that he was very much casted as a type actor. He was always doing these rom-coms. And I mean, yeah, you think back over his career, and there's a lot of that. If you had to think of like a classically Matthew McConaughey film, I think of that one he did with Kate Hudson there, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, or something along those lines. And what's really neat, though, just prior to his co-starring in The Wolf of Wall Street, I didn't realize all the things that were going on in his personal life, and how he was trying to do one of those sort of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson makeovers, where you're transitioning from this one sort of niche thing that you do and being known for that to being like the next Will Smith sort of thing, although Matthew McConaughey wasn't going after the Smith type cachet, but he was going after for something more like along the lines of Leonardo DiCaprio, being taken as like sort of a serious dramatic actor, a real theater type actor. You can see how he grows into that, and this book really chronicles, mainly starting from like the halfway point of the book onwards, you see that transition of him becoming like a really serious actor's kind of actor, right? And that was really neat in my opinion. The book is very conversational. As I say, you do feel like you're leafing through someone's journal a little bit. It certainly has that quality to it. There's a lot of images from his diary and journals over the years. He's got like these sort of snippets of wisdom that are kind of neat. Some of them are sort of reaching, and you can tell they're just attempts at being profound, I guess. But for the most part, there was some real sincerity there. What I like about him is not so much that you can fit him into a box. You know what I mean? And he's not easily dismissed either. I would say towards his younger years, with that sort of shirtless surfer persona or whatever he was doing, it would be very easy just to dismiss him and like, this guy's just fun and stars in these catchy rom-com films. But there's actually a lot of substance to this guy that I wasn't expecting, as much as I've always liked Matthew McConaughey. So anyway, I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I was probably leaning into 4 stars. It certainly was not like the best book I ever read, but it was definitely pretty good, and I would recommend it. So if you guys have read it, I want to hear from you in the comments what you liked most about it, and I guess I'll see you down there. Thanks for stopping by. Hey everyone, I hope you liked this video. If you want more like the one you just watched, click the suggested video on this screen. Make sure you subscribe, and to connect with me on my other platforms, my handles are linked below in the description, alright? Take care, peeps. Till next time.